You want a big hug? Good morning. Happy Friday to everybody. You say good morning?
Good morning.
Good morning. We are just getting our day started around here. The kids slept in a little bit because they were super tired yesterday. I had to work last night, so I'm assuming that Dad let them stay up a little bit too late. Dad problems. Why I'm here right now is I want to express my gratitude. I can't believe how fast my YouTube channel has grown in 24 hours. I have over 1,000 subscribers, and I am so excited and so happy to share the keto love with all of you. I've gotten some incredible private messages about people's journey, where they're struggling, their successes. I feel so humbled to be a part of your lives, and if anything that I say or any of my cheerleading helps you reach your goals, I am really honored to be able to do that. It's a huge deal to me to be able to help anyone find the right way of eating for their lifestyle. Keto worked for me. I talked to a lot of people that have tried keto and either haven't had success or weren't able to make it through the first He just spit food into my hand. I'm here today to answer some of my most asked questions about how I lost 112 pounds in 1 year. And to be honest, I say 1 year because that's when I kind of told myself, okay, from July 25th to July 25th, that's how I'm gonna count my numbers. But I actually reached my lowest weight probably around 10 and a half to 11 months. So really just under a year is what it took me. I am not a doctor or a nutritionist. I am just a regular person, a regular mom that did a ton of research and had a lot of things about my life that I wanted to change. As I do these videos, sometimes I will go into great depth about some of my tips and what worked for me. This video today, I really just want to tell you kind of step by step what I did and how this is possible. I made some notes because I don't want to really leave anything out. There's a little bit of information that I found to be vital for me in the very beginning, and it's going to be vital to you too. If you are going into this thinking that you don't need to do any research, you are going to be very sadly mistaken. There is so much information out there about keto and the ketogenic diet and low carb in general. I'm not going to tell you that everything that's on the internet is true because we know that it isn't. But I will say that there are some really impactful people that in the very beginning stages of my journey, I watched their videos and I researched like crazy, and I consider them the reason that I was transformed into a person that wanted to know more. And it just really helped me along my journey. So I made some notes here. So my first thing is do your research. So I'm going to give you the people that I consider to be the absolute best in the field, and I will be sure to put links to their pages down below. So first and foremost, Thomas DeLauer. I talk about him all the time. I am probably Thomas DeLauer's super fan. He is an incredibly brilliant man. His videos are amazing. He explains things in a scientific way that you can't help but be intrigued. He has a beautiful wife and a beautiful son, and he includes them in a lot of his videos, so it just really makes him seem like a real person. His before and afters are mind-blowing. He's incredible. So Thomas DeLauer, he's a must. Second, I would say Dr. Eric Berg. Dr. Eric Berg is a brilliant medical professional. He talks about keto from a medical perspective. He also has a whole thought process about how each of us are different types. Example, you're gonna have to read more into this because it would be a really long video if I tried to break it down. But he basically says that everyone has a different kind of body and different bodies need different food as medicine. And I love him. Third, the Keto Connect people. It is a keto couple that does amazing reviews and recipes and just really easy to understand keto knowledge. I've made countless amounts of their recipes and they've never steered me wrong. Their product reviews are really helpful because any specialty product, especially fad products, can be really misleading. People are stamping keto on packaging and people are buying it, and unfortunately the ingredients are terrible. So I love Keto Connect for that. They are really, really fun to watch. Next, Suzanne Ryan. Suzanne Ryan does a cookbook called Simply Keto. Her recipes are also amazing. I find most of them to be very easy. If you are not a great cook or a keto chef, or you don't have a personal chef like me, like Dan does, then Suzanne Ryan's cookbook is a really great first keto cookbook. I love her recipes. Last but not least, I'm gonna mention Leanne Vogel. Leanne Vogel. I found her through podcasts, actually. When I first started getting interested in keto and I started listening to podcasts, Leanne Vogel's is my favorite. She is a brilliant woman. She is funny, she's entertaining, and she breaks down keto in a way that anyone can understand. I feel like her advice and her cheerleading really, truly helped me in the beginning of my journey. One more that I'd like to mention is actually another podcast that I follow religiously, and that's the Two Keto Dudes. They are incredible. They have lost a ton of weight between the two of them. One of them in particular has lost over 100 pounds. They have been keto for quite some time. They have incredible advice, and they are just solid to the earth guys. I listen to them any chance that I get, and all the content that they put out is absolutely backed by links and science, and they're just awesome. So those are my keto heroes. Those are the people that when I was researching keto and I was getting on this crazy train and I was nervous and I was intimidated, those are the people that really helped me figure it out. Now some real talk. I don't do fancy by the book keto. Even though I research people that do and take in that information, I do keto like I do laundry. Meaning, I will leave it in the washing machine overnight and have to rewash it 2 times. So my keto is kind of like my laundry. This is the thing. If you want to be a keto goody two-shoes, I'm not the person for you. Being in ketosis is a metabolic state, and you can get there without eating grass-fed, Evian drinking, rose water smelling beef. You can eat ground beef from the grocery store. You don't have to go to Whole Foods. You don't have to go to get the fanciest meat, cheese, beef. You can be a real person. I'm on a budget. I have 2 small children. I work part-time as a photographer. I am definitely not able to afford to feed my entire family grass-fed beef. But you know what? It still works. So let the keto police come for me. Tell me that I'm doing it wrong and I'm not keto and this, that, and the other thing. But I am here to tell you that you can get into ketosis eating like a regular person. It's not to say that it's going to be perfect for everyone. No matter how you eat, you're always going to have to kind of gauge it on what works for you and what doesn't. I got tired of feeling like crap and wanted to love my life again. And if I'm able to do that by drinking things like Powerade and Diet Coke, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I hope this isn't annoying, but I made some notes for this video because it was really important to me to give you solid information and try really hard not to spiral onto tangents. So my eye contact might be a little bit poor, but I'm looking at you indirectly, okay? So keep it simple. First tip, track for 1 month. use an app like the Keto app or MyFitnessPal. It'll help you learn what portions you should be eating and what it should look like for your portions and the amount of food that you're eating to stay in your low carb window and that threshold for ketosis. Keep it to 20 net carbs a day. As you increase your knowledge of keto, it's very possible that you might be able to up that net carb number just a little bit. But in the beginning, and if you have a lot of fat to lose, you definitely want to stay at that 20 net carb number or as close to it as you can possibly get. Once you're fat adapted, your internal hunger signals begin to truly work. You will truly be able to feel when you are hungry. So after about a month, I stopped tracking. I was able to gauge the food and fuel that my body needed because my hunger signals were actually working. I didn't realize they were broken, but they were. Eating a buttload of processed food and sugars and just terrible food in general really does confuse the body and makes it hard to know when you're truly hungry. So a lot of times we're all just eating for fun instead of eating for fuel. So, keto will fix your internal hunger clock. So I've always been able to just eat keto-friendly foods until I am fully satisfied, and I have still lost weight like crazy. So track in the beginning to learn, but don't think that your life is going to be tracking forever, because it isn't. Okay, so here's what I ate, and here's what you should eat if you're trying to start keto. I ate meat, cheese, veggies, berries, healthy fats like avocado and eggs, lots of bacon. Eat the bacon. Eat ham. I also eat a lot of broccoli and green leafy vegetables. I love cauliflower. I love eggs. Did I say eggs? Spinach. I love all of those things. I also eat so many store-bought things that many keto people seem to frown upon, but they have not hurt my progress. I don't want to tell you that you can do this too, but it really did work for me. I eat store-bought ranch dressing almost every day. I eat regular peanut butter out of the jar. Yeah, regular peanut butter. I just keep my portions under control and eat a true tablespoon. What else? I love food. I really love food. I was a food addict. I was addicted to cooking. I was addicted to eating. I was addicted to being hungry. I was so food motivated that when I finished one meal, I was already worrying and planning the next. So one of the things that's helped me the most with keto is to remind myself that if I am craving a certain kind of food, to find a keto alternative for it so I can feed that mental need of the craving. So for example, if I'm really craving Mexican food and I want nothing more than tacos, I will order something like fajitas and just eat the meat and veggies and the taco toppings with it. If I'm really craving Greek food and I want a giant gyro, I'll get a gyro salad. And feeding that craving, but minusing the carbs that I minusing? It's not a word. Eliminating the carb component. It really has helped me to feel satisfied and to feel like I'm not deprived. And that's a huge deal for any former fat kid. So here's the deal. Your body's gonna thrive on these foods once all of that sugar is out of your system. So if you can stick to this for a solid month of eating clean and really tracking your carbs, you're gonna eliminate all of those poisons and toxins from your body, and you're going to start to feel so incredible. The need and the feeling of wanting to cheat is going to go away. When you feel like a supercharged human, you're not going to want to do anything to interfere with that. I know that I didn't. So that was how I didn't cheat, because I get that question on a lot. Like, how did you not cheat? So tips on avoiding the keto flu. This is another question that I get all the time. Orange. A question that I get all the time. I did not take any supplements during the keto flu. I basically drank a shot of pickle juice anytime that I felt terrible. I also made sure to drink one giant Powerade Zero every single day. And I made sure, yeah, baby, it's a caterpillar. I also made sure to salt my food with pink Himalayan salt. So those are the 3 things that I did to really get keto flu under control. I would say that I had about 3 to 4 really bad days of it in the beginning, but I also had a lot of horrible chemical sugar food in my system. So those are the 3 things for keto flu. Pickle juice. God, I hope you like pickles. They're so helpful on keto. Powerade Zero and salt. Those are the things that you truly need. Do not mess around with supplements unless you consult your doctor, okay? Taking potassium supplements can be really dangerous if the numbers are off at all. So if you feel like you need extra potassium, please check with your doctor. Ooh, it's okay. Did you stick your hand in there? Okay, my next tip. This is a little embarrassing to share with you guys because this was a very personal journey for me, and I don't know why I had so much shame and embarrassment about the amount of weight that I needed to lose. So I didn't talk about it very much. Like, I think a lot of people that were close to me knew that I was eating better, but they didn't know exactly what I was doing. And in the beginning, to know that I had over 100 pounds to lose was very daunting. So I made a pound chart for motivation. I'm gonna show it to you, and it's so silly. I'm so embarrassed, but I feel like you need to see it because it really helped me. When I started this on, you can see 725, the scale said 255 pounds. I was already down a pound at that point, so that was cool. I basically made a chart and crossed off pounds as I lost. It was my Rapunzel up here. It was really, really helpful for me to have little bigger goals along the way. And when I made this, I had started at 255, and at that time, my goal was 175. I smashed that, and I gave myself all of these little rewards down at the bottom, and this just really helped me stay accountable. It was colorful, it made me happy. Every time I got to check off a pound, it was like a mini celebration just for me. So you might feel a little silly, you might feel a little cheesy. I basically made myself a toddler potty chart. I made myself a toddler potty chart for weight loss, and it actually was really motivating. So that's one of my biggest tips. This really, really helped me. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, so that's meal planning is my next thing that I want to touch on. Failing to plan is planning to fail. You can do something to the psychology of your brain by meal planning, okay? So what that means is that if it's Wednesday and you are craving pizza, but you know that your meal plan is zucchini noodles with buffalo chicken on top, and you have that planned for your evening, your brain starts to crave that thing that you have planned already. And that's been really helpful to me. I don't plan an entire week because I can't, but I do plan, I would say, about 5 days a week. I know exactly what we're going to be having for dinner. So that has really helped me to stay focused, and it helps me not spend money on bad food. It keeps me from cheating. It really, whoa, close call there, hold on. It keeps me from cheating, and it also keeps me from just making a bad decision on the fly. So meal planning will be your best friend. I will do an in-depth video on meal planning and give you a couple of examples of how to meal plan and how I did it coming up soon. So next, I want to talk about keto snacks. This goes with failing, planning, or failing to plan, planning to fail, blah, blah, blah. Keto snacks are a must. If you do not, you don't need tomatoes. You don't need tomatoes. Go eat your breakfast, honey. Where was I? Keto snacks. I hear all the time about people how I wish I could find some snacks, and this is so hard. My favorite keto snacks come from the gas station, y'all. The gas station. I typically will get string cheese, a bag of almonds, read the ingredients on nuts. There are sometimes hidden sugars, but just basic salted almonds are usually great. And the little meat and cheese sticks. I'm gonna do a gas station snack haul so you can see so you can see what I buy from the gas station for my snacks. That sounds really classy. I'm gonna show you my gas station snacks. But being real, it's really important that you are able to just go and get a quick something or other. I mean, the gas station even sells hard-boiled eggs. It's crazy. So keto snacks, make sure that you have them, especially in the beginning. Until your internal hunger clock is working properly, you're going to be hungry and you're gonna need the extra snacks. So just make sure that you have them on hand so you don't make a bad decision. I also really like chopped up veggies with ranch dressing, so don't buy that from the gas station. You bring that from home. No gas station veggies, okay? I will make little cut-ups of celery and cucumbers and throw a little ranch in it, and I'll put it in a tiny Tupperware, and usually I hijack one of my children's lunch boxes. Pro tip. If you don't have kids, buy a kid's lunchbox. I love them. They're lightweight and they work really well. So next I want to talk about beverages. So drink all of the water. You drink water until you're peeing clear, you guys. Water is so important in every diet, and not just diets, just life in general. Your body needs the water. Now, I drink a ton of water, but I also drink many other beverages. I drink unsweet iced tea with Splenda. I drink Powerade Zero. I drink diet soda. I drink lots and lots of coffee, mostly black with the occasional BPC, bulletproof coffee. What else do I drink? Oh, Bang Energy, the absolute holy grail to my keto journey. Bang Energy is the only energy drink I've ever had in my entire life that doesn't make me feel like this. It gives me a very, very clean energy that I have become very reliant on. I don't want to say I'm addicted to it and make it sound like it's drugs, but I am addicted to it. Yep. There's so much going on in my house right now. I'm so glad that you guys can't get the whole image because I would be very embarrassed. Okay, so that's drinks. My next tip is probably my favorite tip. Have a keto buddy. Have someone that you can share this journey with. Whether it's someone that you meet in the comments of me and Lauren's channel, someone online that you've never met in person but maybe have a message relationship with, having someone that you can talk to directly makes such a huge difference in your success. You need to be able to talk to somebody to stay accountable. It's very hard to go on any journey by yourself. So I really think it's important in the keto road trip of life to have a buddy and someone that just really lifts you up. If I'm having a really bad day and I want to cheat and I want to eat birthday cake or whatever it is, I reach out to Lauren and we talk it out. And she always makes me feel better. And in the event that I do have a slip up or she has a slip up and we do have a cheat day, we build each other back up on that next day of starting over and getting back on track. So having a keto buddy is absolutely paramount. Please get one. I'll be your keto buddy. Next, I want to talk about stalls.
A snail.
Oh, this is actually a caterpillar, not a snail. It's a caterpillar. Oh, he's cute. He's seriously cute. No, baby, you can't come through here, okay? Mommy's talking to the people. Okay, so the last thing that I want to touch on today is going to be stalls and plateaus. I get this question a lot. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but a true stall is a solid month without any weight loss. Okay, so if it's been a few days and you haven't lost any weight and you think that you're stalled or plateaued, you're not, okay? It takes time for the body to show on the scale what you've lost. So if you are someone who really needs to see that number changing on a daily basis, you need to be incredibly strict. If you are treating yourself to keto treats and you are drinking things like diet soda and having artificial sweetener, you're gonna have those fluctuations. That's totally normal and to be expected. I had weeks on end where I stayed the same weight and in some events even had my weight go up just to see it go way, way down 4, 5, 6 pounds even in a week's time. So it just takes time for that to register on the scale. If you are in a true stall or a true plateau, some of the things that I like to do to really mix that up and break it up, let's see, what did I put down here? So if you are in a stall or a plateau, go easy on the artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners can stall some people. I'm very lucky that they don't seem to stall me, but there are definitely some people that have trouble metabolizing artificial sweeteners. If you're one of those people and you find that you're having trouble losing, cut back on your artificial sweeteners. Next, this is not going to be a popular opinion, but hear me out. Cheese and nuts, which are some of our go-to keto snacks. They are very, very easy to overeat. Because you need a calorie deficit to lose weight, if you are overeating things like cheese and nuts and nut butters, it's very, very easy to overdo your calorie intake. So if you find that you're hitting a stall, or maybe you've gotten to a place that you were losing like crazy and now it's really slowed down, maybe mix it up and take some of those things out of your diet for a week or so and see if you notice some changes. I always do. Anytime that I feel like I've hit a stall or I haven't lost in a really long time, because I still want to lose 10 pounds, you guys, I tend to take out some of those things or at least cut back on them dramatically, and I always get the scale moving again. So that's been really, really helpful to me. Those weeks, keep it really simple. Meats, veggies, eggs, bacon, very simple keto. And I actually think that Lauren and I are planning to do a collab video about keeping it simple on the keto diet. So stay tuned for that, because I'm sure we're gonna make that one happen. This is by no means professional advice. This is just really what worked for me. I got really tired of feeling awful. I had no energy for my children. I slept like crap. I had a skin condition called HS. I've also gotten a lot of comments about that. If you want to talk about HS or your own autoimmune skin issue, let's find a way to talk about that privately, because I know that you guys probably don't want to talk about it in the comments. I couldn't keep up with my kids, plain and simple. Like, I was starting to feel like a crappy mother because I didn't have the energy, the motivation to keep up with them and give them their best life. And it's really hard to admit that. Like, it's hard because they deserved someone that could rally and, you know, a mom that was pumped and charged and could chase them. And like, I couldn't do any of that. So starting keto really put me in a place to be able to be a better mother, and I'm so grateful for that. Like, now they can barely keep up with me. They can barely keep up with me, and I feel charged all the time, you guys. I feel fully charged all the time. I sleep like I've never slept in my life. I am ready to wake up with the chickens because I'm getting really good quality of sleep. I just can't sing enough praise for keto. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I will do another video like this in the future to just kind of pick apart some of the things that I did in the beginning, but these are some of my most important, most beloved tips. If you want to see some other videos regarding what I ate specifically to lose weight, leave me a comment down below and I will work on that this weekend. We have a pretty quiet weekend. Dan has to work side work again, so I will basically just be home hanging out with the kids and doing some backyard shenanigans. And then Sunday is Sensory Sunday at Chuck E. Cheese, so I'm planning to take them to that as well. I hope everyone has a really great weekend, and I'm really enjoying getting to know all of you. I read every single comment, and I try to reply back as much as humanly possible, so don't hesitate to reach out to me. I see you.